All right. So, welcome back, everybody. And at the end of our last session, it was exciting because we had enough experience. If we could find a safe place to rest, that we were going to level up. And I guess, fortunately, uh, the DM did not roll well when it came to wandering monsters, as you all tried to escape the dungeon, and you were able to get back up to the temple and find a place to rest. And so we have rejoined the adventure after you have rested, made your way back to the temple, and once again descended to the first level of the dungeon. Okay. So you have started to get familiarity with this level, but there are a few things that you've discovered but haven't, let's say, really explored, right? And I think that everybody is pretty excited for some of the new spells and abilities that you've got going on. And Sharona, it's actually your cleric that gets the Twilight cleric gets the Ledman's tiny hut. Is that right? So, do you know who the content creator was that came up with Ledman's Tiny Hut? Guy, the guy's name was Lynn Kafka. Yeah, and Lynn wrote a bunch of modules and created a number of different spells and other things like that. Definitely a very fun guy that contributed greatly. He's actually Scandinavian. I think he's Swedish. I'm not positive, but he's passed now, but he left a lot of extra things. Yeah. Um, yep. She is. She absolutely is. So, and he's got a number of different modules that he actually never published that are all going to be published posthumously. And Anna's doing the maps. Josh Pop is doing a lot of the kind of the managing and producing of the modules themselves. So, and Josh is very capable of finishing anything that's kind of left open as well. But Lynn had a partner, uh, and or, yeah, Lynn had a partner. His partner's still alive, but his partner facilitated at Lynn's request, facilitated getting Anna and Josh and everybody those things so that they could. So that they could do it. But anyway, and the only reason why I knew all of this is because my best friend, who passed away a couple of years ago, he was a huge Ledman's Tiny Hut fan. So we always knew that it was, Len that had come up with it and whatnot. And then I didn't know much about Len himself until I started hanging out a lot with Josh and Anna. So anyway, and they're good people to hang out with too. So yep. All right. So of course you can. I had, yeah, I advise against it right now, only because we've had a lot of different class and level features that have come out lately, and the wizard doesn't always keep up. I would tell you that Smiteworks is putting a lot of effort, though, into getting it working the way that it should. So I think it will be much better in the near future. But right now, let's level up manually. Mhm. So and what new spell did you gain this time? Have you decided? Oh, I thought you were deeply committed to the concept of eating your enemies, but okay. hmm Awesome. Okay. Nice guys. All right. Any other? Yep, I know. Who invited him anyway, right? I've got to say, you know, you fill a very important role, and it has nothing to do with your skills as a wizard. So, all right. Yep. Okay. So, any other questions before we really get started? Okay. Y'all need to discuss amongst yourselves where you're headed and how you're doing it. So you did go well. I'm not saying you went back to Hamlet. You went yes, you went back to your base, the cave that the old owlbear cave that you cleared out, right? And so yes, you made it back there, and were able to do the things that you needed to do for leveling up, right? So if there was anything else that you needed or wanted to do there, let's discuss that. Okay. Mhm. Mm. Mm, damn lizard man. Uh-huh. I can tell. All right. Yeah, oops, you hit the wrong button. It's all right. All right. So is anybody else worried about spells? Sharona, did you take care of spells for leveling up? I know I helped Paul with them. So very good. Yep. All right. So, but you only get one new one, and I assume that it's going to be a third level spell, right? Okay. Well, I will allow it. Well, you do have, yeah, you, well, I think his point is that you don't want to um, scribe anything in your book that you already have a scroll for as well. So, um, I think a brief review of what's in your scroll uh, inventory is, yep, you are correct. There are no others in the party inventory. I think that a few of you may have, let's see, let's see what else we got. Yep. So Uriel has protection from undead. That's the only other scroll that you've got. Okay. right. So in the right-hand column, the right-hand navigation, all the way to the right, at the bottom, there is a group of items underneath character. You need to expand character so that the arrow, instead of pointing at character, points down. And then at the bottom of that should be the button for the spell window. Okay. You got the spell window open? Okay. So when the spell window is open, you want to make sure you don't have anything in the filter fields except maybe the source field to begin with. And that source field you want to be wizard. All right. No, nope. That is a free form text. The source field is the one at the bottom. hmm It is a it is a drop down, and you can select wizard in that drop down. Okay. So now let's go ahead and do you specifically want third level, or you want to look at all levels? Okay. All right. So then go to the drop down that is beside level and select third. Select 3. Okay. Yep. So now you're looking at all the third level. Now, I would ask you, so are you looking at the third level spells? Do you see them in the window above? Okay. And are you seeing them from the there are the far right hand column says what books they're from. So I've got the player's handbook, 5e etc. What I am interested in is that you use the ones that are from the 5e effects coding spells book. Do you see any like that? Okay, good. Then you're perfect. hmm hmm I want you to use those 5e effects coding. That's an expansion, a module that I've gotten from Rob Toohey that helps with the automation inside Fantasy Grounds for each of these spells. So you absolutely can drag them straight into your spells list. Yep, that is correct. hmm And to drag them, drag that red and white icon over to your spells list in your action tab. So, and where I normally drag a new spell is right, and I drop it on top of spell slots. So the dots, and it'll automatically add a group of spells for the level. So I see that you've already brought fly over, and so that worked exactly. After you've got one that's there for a new level, you can drag it directly to that level. Vim, you've noticed that you have some interesting black triangle items in the party loot? Yes? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Has anybody got any insight into what those might be? Mm-hmm. Yes, you've detected magic on them. There is no magic on those. So, I think so. It'll be difficult, but yes, that's a distinct possibility. So why don't you give me an insight check or a religion check, either one. So Rich, you've already got. Oh, that was good for both of you. Them got it. Paul, not so much. Paul, you are surrounded by a bunch of geniuses, though. I'm just saying. I gotta share. I gotta share. So Paul rolled a modified 23. Vim rolled a modified 20. Sharona rolled a modified 24. Setiska rolled a modified 21. And Paul, you rolled a 9. No, that was actually um, Pojimbo that took a dip in Rogue. So all right. It's interesting, but it's also the case that investigation now in 5e is one of the two main stats that you leverage for finding secret doors. It used to be a rogue skill to do that, and now finding secret doors is no longer really a rogue skill in 5e. So because a rogue usually has, intelligence and wisdom aren't the most important for them. Wisdom maybe so, but definitely not intelligence. So, yep. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all are gonna get a kick out of this, but my audio has not been going to for all of y'all. My audio has not been going to the stream. Y'all say something now.
Say
Something
something.
now.
Now it worked.
Something now.
Yep.
There you go.
All right. So all of those great jokes that you told and all of that insightful, banter that we had just a few minutes ago. Yeah, not so much.
Earth was.
Hmm.
I feel so terribly put upon.
If only I had a massive following who would have told me that, hey, nobody's saying anything but you. Anyway, all right, maybe that'll be different after we have the Gygax stuff that we'll be doing. So, all right. So, what do we want to do?
I guess head back and keep cleaning out the area of that first level that we haven't. There's still a bunch of doors.
Okay.
If, if you guys want to follow me,
Oh,
All right.
following away.
It's
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Are
also
we
need to make some wandering monster rolls uh, while you guys are doing this. But definitely, everybody feel free to keep up with him. Okay.
uh-oh, just
Yeah.
making sure, yep. Got my light effect.
And
Okay.
Pojimbo, it's like if you get separated and there's nobody around, and I happen to roll for wandering monster, it may take a long time for somebody to show up. So I would move and make sure that your party is moving with you. So
We have stragglers. Sharon is nervous. Sharona can sense that Zetiska is 220 feet away from her, and
Yeah,
that is causing her much anxiety.
I'm just sort of nailing down my spells.
I'm down over here.
What about Tim? We leaving Tim behind too?
Vim, you are now the
Sorry,
furthest one
I've got
away at 205.
sorry, I've got white aggro here. Give me a second.
So shall I proceed stealthily, maybe 30, 40 feet ahead of the party? Or 50 feet ahead of the party?
I'd stay within 30,
Let me roll a stealth check.
because if you get more than that, it's going to take me 3 rounds to get to you.
So we got a door to the left and door to the right and 2 doors to the left.
2 doors to the left sounds like the start of a joke, so let's do that.
I will listen at this closed door here.
All right. Please give me a perception check with advantage. Because those are some big old ears.
Big old rabbit ears.
You don't hear anything.
That was really good or really bad.
Hmm.
Well, somebody want to check it for traps?
Sure,
Zetiska?
I can do that. Investigation. In the tower, I assume.
Yep. And yeah, Setiska, you detect absolutely no traps. You are sure there are no traps.
No, it's fine. Go ahead, Pojumbo.
Is that because he's so far away?
This is my favorite time.
All
Open
right.
the door.
So you try to yank open the door and it's locked fast.
Oh, well, good thing there's some guy with some thief skills here. Is there a lock that's pickable?
There is definitely a lock here. Yeah.
I will pick it, or I will make an attempt.
Okay. Or don't hold for guidance.
Not sure why that rolled with advantage, but
It didn't roll with advantage. It gave you disadvantage again. So roll it again, but click the advantage button.
And wait for guidance.
waiting
There you
for
go. I run up, touch him. Good luck. Run back.
Okay, that's just weird because now it rolled actually with advantage.
Oh,
What the
shall we try
crap?
that one more time? Sharona, you hit me with guidance one more time. We'll try this again.
Say, try it again. It'll be okay.
Oh.
No,
Like it
it's
won't
not
let
okay.
you. You are forced to either roll with advantage or without or with disadvantage. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. This time we will say you hear a nice click sound when you were expecting it as you tried to unlock it. So you think you got this.
All right, open the door this time.
All right. The door won't open. Seems to be locked again somehow.
Like the door has advantage.
This is where I get that big ass bunny feet for.
So
Knock.
when push on the door, you feel like at least it gave a little bit more, but it definitely seems to be secured somehow.
Some kind of a hidden lock.
Would this be a strength? Give it a little bit of muscle here.
Who's going to give it some muscle?
Oh, Jimbo.
Give me an athletics check, Pojimbo.
Oh.
How the heck do you have non-armor or armor non-proficiency on everything?
I do not know.
Damn, Pojimbo. Pojimbo, do you have a set of dice? Because
Yeah, let me. Okay, I'll roll d20 plus 7.
there you go. All right, so that's actually a great way for us to do it. All right. You try, push against it. It moves just a tiny bit more, but this thing is secured somehow.
It doesn't feel like someone's pushing it from the other side, does it? It's just something blocking it.
It does not feel like it's a person pushing on it or a beast pushing on it or whatever. It feels like there is something, physical securing it.
Wow.
I'll give it a good shove to see if I can break it.
Okay.
I'll get ready to heal.
Do you
Oh,
want
guidance. Hold on.
athletics or?
Yes, it's an athletics
on.
check.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him resistance, whoever.
Excellent. Guidance and
Yeah.
resistance. Everybody else back up.
Okay. Vim, you heave against the door and your feet kind of come out from under you. You kind of slide down and it's just an utter failure.
Okay. It's locked.
Let's
As far
try
as
the
the
other
inside.
door.
Yeah, I'm just going to go down and open the other door. At this point, we've made enough noise that if there's something in there, it's not going to be surprised.
All right. So what are you doing? Did you say so you opened it? The second that you open it, all of a sudden you are faced with a number of ghouls that were already headed out and in your direction.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Bring 'em on.
Yeah,
All
we were making a ruckus.
Yeah. So you want to back up 5 feet there?
Yep, we're gonna back up 10 feet so you're Aura.
No, just 5 feet because he'd never make it in that far. So
Yeah, fair enough.
all right, there you go. So you open the door and are staring face to face with 2 ghouls with 4 more ghouls behind them. Rabbit meat on the menu again.
Well, here's where I hope that
Everybody roll for
Set
initiative.
Rabbit meats on the menu. That's their war cry, the ghouls' war cry. That's hilarious.
awesome pepper.
Well, I like it when you guys roll 4s. You want to sit at the bottom of the initiative order. Ooh, even better. Goodness.
It's
Sharona?
currently Wednesday. With that roll, I'll go next Tuesday.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on. I had it in my bar, but it's not working from my bar. So I will just figure that out later. There we go.
Just drag it down over it again. So, well,
Yeah.
that's great. You rolled a 6 and a 5, so you dropped that 5. Excellent.
Right. Hey, at least I have advantage. What the
All
heck?
right. All right. So the first one is in the back line, and it gets to step up and can kind of reach around the corner at you. But it's rules is written. He can swing at you. All right. He is going to claw at Pojimbo. Oh my gosh, Pojimbo.
Yeah, hang on. I'll intersperse and use my reaction so that it has disadvantage next roll
Okay.
again on that.
All right. that's very important. With that natty 20. All right. All right. So Here's my disadvantage roll. Oh, it's a hit, but
Well,
it's not a natty 20. So,
So the shield takes the brunt of
mhm.
it, I guess, kind of.
Yep,
Nice.
yep. All right. All right. You make your constitution check, so you are not paralyzed, but you do take a little bit of damage here. Take that, bunny. All right. Next one ambles up. Let's see. He can actually get out here. Yeah. There he goes. All right. And he's got multiple choices here. We got
Yeah, my
Vim.
reaction's used, so he can go crazy.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So evens for Vim and odds for Pojimbo. All right. Evens, Vim, he's coming at you, buddy. All right. Yeah, he doesn't even come close to. He kind of waves his arms at you, and you're asking yourself, is he trying to play patty cake or what's really going on here? All right. Next ghoul. Okay. I actually did 2 and 18 in the wrong order, but that's okay because they're still the 2 that are up there. All right. So we will swing at you. Oh, it's another patty cake. Actually, this one's even worse. That was just awful. Okay. Paul, what you gonna do?
I'm going to call on the power of Shantae and try to turn these vile beasts by what? Selecting all target enemy units. Yes, there we go. And
Hey, what's the
then
what was the range? 30 feet,
oh,
I think.
yeah,
Yeah, you're fine. Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess I just push the cast button.
So you need to target all of them. Did you do
Got
that
that?
yet? Yep. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
And then push the cast button. Correct. And what that's doing is that's forcing them all to make saves. And some of mine at the top made it, but only 2. That is unfortunate. Okay. So now all you got to do is hit the hit the effect button, and it'll drop the effect on the ones that fail.
Oh,
Now,
okay. Yeah.
um,
Okay.
you now destroy
That's what I was thinking.
undead that is below a certain CR level. So, but these are high enough. I think it's below 1/2, and so these are CR1s, and so
You're right. I can't destroy those.
you end up destroying them. So,
No, I wouldn't destroy these.
right.
I destroy 1/2 or lower.
Yes, yes. Okay.
I'm keeping those rules handy.
So, yep.
All right.
All
So
right.
just drop the effect on
Just
them.
click you already have them targeted. Just click the effect, right? There you go. You have put turned on each of them, so I can tell now that they are turned. Okay.
Oh yeah, I cleared my targeting, and I'm going to move back a little bit so other people can get in and do some damage here.
Okay. Well done, Cleric. You've had a couple of hard days in here. It's good that you
As
can,
long as I don't pass the freaking cantrip.
no doubt. All right. So Ghoul 15 is having a little bit of trouble getting up here. Uh let's see. What do we want to do? All right. Well, I think the best I can do is that Ghoul 15 is going to position himself to get into the fight as fast as he can, but he can't do anything at this point because he would end up
I
in
will.
somebody else's space. So, oh, wait a minute.
I will take.
Can he get
Hold
all
on.
the way?
I think he can. So, 1 here, right? 2,
Friendly.
3, 4. So I
But
actually
yeah,
can. Yeah.
damn it.
I can. All right. So, yep, we
I
can
get
make
a
it.
reaction attack.
Yes, Pojimbo, you do. So, oh, we didn't
It
do the
literally
butt, did
crawls
we?
over you.
Oh, there you go.
Armor non.
Oh.
Jesus, sorry, it's still dropping.
I know
but-
it is. Just roll a d20 and add the 7.
Okay. Well, even with disadvantage on that roll, I hit.
Yeah, you're gonna hit no
Or-
matter what, but you got a chance at a natty 20, so roll the d20 again.
True that.
All right, you hit. Okay, so
Oh.
do your normal halberd damage, and
Nice.
let me look at. Yeah, I still see the halberd butt on your.
Yeah, it showed up again out of nowhere. I
Okay.
thought maybe you'd put it on, but
I did not, but I'm glad it's there. Okay. All right.
when we take our break, I'll reboot my computer and maybe this will sort it.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, so now I get to do my attack, and again, evens will be Vim and odds will be Pojimbo. All right. Vim, he's coming at you again.
The even's nice.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
just not going to do it.
Nope. These guys are pathetic. All right. So, got to move away from Paul. All right. So, this one's going to end up going 1, 2, 3. Opening the back door. 4. All right. And out of sight for you guys. So, okay. And passing my turn. Pojimbo, finally your turn. You're feeling a little claustrophobic being surrounded by all these undead.
Well, I already made a start in number 15. So I will hit him with the halberd again, I hope. D20 plus 7. 10.
Not that time. Yep.
All right. In that case, hopefully the butt will get him.
And
13.
yes, that hits.
Ooh, nice.
Oof. Down goes the ghoul. Falling and I can't get up. All right.
I'll hold my position.
Okay.
Get a Paul step up. The rest of the casters can do their bit.
Okay. Pass your turn. All right. Sharona.
Sharona will light up her channel divinity.
Well, it's got to be 30 feet, right?
I will step forward
Why?
and light up my channel divinity.
That's overkill.
This is-
That's overkill.
Yeah, this is the last time that I'll allow you to step forward after I call it out. So.
He just wouldn't. Yeah, like.
Uh-huh.
See,
I
this
know.
is the
I
other
counted
thing.
it. It was 5 feet. It was 5 feet.
Yeah, I've got everybody targeted. It tells me how much
Mhm.
and keeping them targeted. Where did it go? There it is. And there we go.
All right.
Bonus action. I really don't like these. No, I feel like we're okay against ghouls. I feel like we're okay. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do spiritual weapon.
Yeah, don't.
Passing my turn.
The temps are nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna move up just a little closer to try to keep everybody in range, knowing that everybody wants to move forward. So there we go, and that is the end of my turn.
All right. Sediska.
Something I'm trying to figure out how to fix is that at level 5, the Firebolt cantrip is supposed to go up in damage to 2d10, and
Yeah.
mine has not.
Well, you actually do need to edit the damage. So to do that, click the spyglass beside the spyglass beside the firebolt, or yeah, and then down after it expands the firebolt, click the spyglass beside the damage line, which is the 1d10 fire. You see that?
Yep.
And it does 2d10 now, right?
Yep, that's what it's
Okay.
supposed to do.
All you got to do is drag another d10 onto that second, or onto the thing that says dice, and it'll, yep, there you go, and close it all out. You're good.
That's a lot easier than I expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. First off, ghoul number 2. Ghoul number 2 looks a lot like he would really enjoy taking an attack of opportunity. Just seems like the kind of thing that he'd appreciate. So I'm going to start with that guy, and I'm going to feed him a telekinetic push,
Oof. He
shoving
failed.
him directly away from Pojimbo so that Pojimbo can chop off some pieces that the ghoul would rather keep.
Pojimbo, you do feel that this is a good idea, and you are welcoming the opportunity.
Except I already used my reaction on the guy that
Oh,
closed with me.
you're right. You did. Sorry. Yep.
Nice idea.
Reaction.
Thank you.
Reaction used, but good idea. Yep. All right. Next, Setiska.
Next, I am going to feed a firebolt to the guy directly in front of Vimindian, hoping to open up a hole for Vim to step forward and hold the line.
Oh, you feed a firebolt right into his chest.
Excellent. Munch heavy, Chuckles.
Oof. Yeah, he's pretty much got a big old black spot burned deep into his chest right now.
Good, good. I'm all right with that.
Yep, yep. All right. Ghoul 7. All right. Ghoul 7 is going to move away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And 6. Okay. I think Pojimbo, you can barely see him, but he is fleeing as he must from Paul. Paul is a big, scary, bearded something. All right.
has shown her money.
Yep. All right, Vim.
I was muted. Okay, I should have Ghoul 14 in front of me. Targeted first attacks on him. Let's hope it can remove something important, like I said. Yeah. And as he goes down, I'll step over his body. You know, maybe stepping on his skull or something as I go by, just because that's my thing. And take out Ghoul 2. I should untarget that guy, though. There. Second attack on that guy. Yeah. For 7, and just for giggles, I'll use a psionic die and amp that just in case I can get him. No, damn it. That's it for me. Where did the combat tracker go? There.
All right. Just a moment. All right.
Hey, welcome to the bottom of the initiative order, Sharona. This is where I live.
Jonas kind of camping out there lately.
Trying to do what I can do.
Goodness. All right. So Ghoul 2 is all right. Vim, Ghoul 2 is going to be running away. So Ghoul 2 moves, and Vim, you get to attack.
Ghoul 2 and get him targeted so it's easier.
Oh,
Nice.
it hurts. It hurts. Down goes Ghoul
Nice.
2.
That's my reaction. Burned.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So I need a perception check, Vim.
Sure. One, abilities. Do you want it in the tower?
Nah.
Skills.
You just need to make a 12. So.
Nope.
Oof.
Didn't see nothing.
All right. So what you don't see is this ghoul coming through the door to the north. Okay, but you certainly feel the attack when this attack is coming at you. So, all right,
They came from behind.
they did. Oh my gosh.
You think
22
with all
AC,
that time
baby.
to sneak up, they would have hit better.
Think, and with
Okay,
advantage,
sneaking
I
up was
dropped the
rude.
2. Goodness.
Sneaking up was rude, but at least they were well behaved enough to miss.
All right, but you're not as surprised by the next ghoul who comes shambling in and climbing up on the box that's right beside you and swinging at you as well. So
That would be my opportunity attack then.
yes, you do get. He is just within 10 feet of you. So please go ahead.
I cannot see him.
Oh, well then I'm not going to give you an attack of opportunity if you can't see him.
Oh, he's supposed to be on the box above Vin. I don't see him there.
Oh, you know what? Yes, you can. Sorry, you can see the box above Vin, but
There you
there's
go.
no ghoul appearing on the box above Vin. There you go. Ghoul number 9.
+7.
Oh yes, you
Pretty sure
easily hit.
4. Solid 8 points of
Ouch!
damage.
Ouch! It hurts.
Don't like sneaking up on my friend.
Mm-hmm. All right, Paul. You thought you were a big shot when you only had the first group of them. Now you've burned your turn undead. What you gonna
I
do?
did. I'm gonna go with the power of Shantae and charge in. What the hell? This other one right here is dying, right?
That's dead.
14 is dead. Let me get rid of it. There you go.
Whack him with your mighty stick, Paul.
Here comes the stick. Ghoul, bad thing.
You sure this is your stick or is it your shtick?
This is my stick. I'm some stick. That's what.
That one was pretty good.
Okay. I always feel a little rusty at this. Here we go.
No, not too rusty. Wow.
Okay.
Hey, remember
Nice.
how to use his stick.
Yeah.
Staff of striking. All right. So how many charges of a staff of striking are we using?
I'm gonna give him 2 because yeah, I'm a little nervous about these guys.
Okay.
And let's okay, so where's my oh, here
You
it
went
is.
after Ghoul 6. Okay. Yep. I got it.
So first charge,
Okay.
second charge,
Yep. And
and
then the regular damage.
regular damage.
All right. Yep. Ghoul 6 is feeling the pain.
I was hoping for a little better, but the rolling wasn't so great, so whatever, I did my best. Okay, I passed my turn.
All right, Pojimbo.
Ready. 18 is frightened, so would he be taking opportunity attack if I move past him?
Yeah, he's only frightened of Paul. So that doesn't prevent him from taking attacks of opportunity.
All right, I'm going to move up to here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to see if I can finish off Ghoul 9 with a 25.
You're going to contribute to finishing him off. That's for sure.
I'm pretty sure that did him in.
Oh no, did not.
Oh, well, in that case, taste the butt.
Maybe not.
11? Nope.
Nope. 11 does not hit.
Shoot.
Overconfidence failed for the ghouls and failed for us, apparently.
Well. Oh, sorry. I'll also been forgetting. Freaking ranger again. When I hit him with the halberd, I'd throw
Your swarm.
my swarm at him.
Yes. Okay.
For one.
Yep. You definitely do. It stings. It stings.
It stings. Get him off me! Get him off me!
All right.
That's it for me.
Ghoul 18 now. Have you already taken your attack of opportunity? You have. Yep. All right. So Ghoul 18 backs himself into a corner. He's kind of, if a ghoul could be any more wide-eyed, since he doesn't likely have any eyelids anyway. But Paul, this guy is not liking, being anywhere near you. So
It's the light of Shantae that compels him.
no doubt. All right. He passes his turn. All right. Wait. So next one comes in. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't get there. So, all right. So, I ought to make him visible, shouldn't I? All right. So he's there. All right. He passes his turn. All right. Oops. All right. So that was that one. So I need to go there. Okay. All right. This one you guys can clearly see. He's coming. He was one that was right on the other side of the door. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Paul, he is going to attack you.
The shame of it.
But he is going to miss badly. All right.
Fair roll.
These ghouls are not doing great.
They're being very polite.
All right, I'm just going to make sure that everybody is visible here so it doesn't skip anybody on the combat tracker. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He will attack you as well, Paul.
9 hells.
No,
Drat.
he won't.
Yep. All right.
What kind of armor is that, Paul?
No,
The shiny good kind.
it's not, magical or anything, but
All right. Sediska.
Step one is to move up a little bit.
Roger. Step accomplished.
2. I'm going to try out. Nah, this is the wrong time for that. All right.
Your very
I
first
said
fire-
I cast fireball. I didn't ask how big the room was.
No, your very first fireball.
Please don't tempt him.
Unfortunately, Garner, I regret to inform you that I am not one of those wizards who is of the opinion that the only spell in existence is fireball.
You cast grease first, then you cast fireball.
Yeah, well,
And
you're not wrong.
material component of pineapple, so you can have a nice little roast.
Say this as if it were a bad thing.
Oh, we don't
Pick up
think
that
for a
one to the
second
left
that
if you want.
we don't think for a second that you would think it's a bad thing. So
We've been civilizing the lizard. He cooks his food now.
Exactly.
cooks and
Baby
pickles.
step.
That's
All
why
right.
I'm looking for an acid-based spell.
Mm-hmm.
Stinking cloud makes them like, gives them a piquant taste too. Picante.
All right. We've got yeah, where did that one go? Can you use the icon for grease to show me where that went?
The idea.
Or you can
Second.
just you can draw a square by holding down shift and just clicking both buttons and moving them.
Here somewhere, the icon appears to have disappeared. Holding down shift, you say?
Yep.
Shift right click and drag?
No, both. Right and left. There you go. And you can actually just grab that 10-foot thing and spin it. You can grab the center and move it. Yeah. Okay. I see what you did.
How
So
do I spin it?
I grabbed the thing that said 10 feet. You can
There we
grab
go.
that. Yep. So, all right. All right. Very good.
That's where I put the grease spell.
All right. Anybody that starts in there has to make a saving throw. Or unless they're
And
already
anybody
prone.
who's currently in there, but I
Yep.
think I didn't get that many failed saves.
You got you're right.
I got 2.
You got 2 failed saves. So, yep. But it put the prone on them, so we know which one's a which.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take it as a win.
Turn. All right. So this ghoul and what is my wisdom? Yeah, I'm smart enough or wise enough not to step into the grease. So that ghoul steps inside the room, but all right. Remembers at some point when it was living that the grease was bad. All right, Vim, your turn.
Tim, if you're there, you might be muted.
Sorry. Yep, I was. Attacking the guy just above me. That's the first one. It looks like it hit. Oh, for good damage. He's dying. And I think I'll yeah. Ghoul 6 next. I'm just gonna leave it at that, save my psionics. And if Ghoul 9 is down,
He is. I'll take him off. Yep.
That's okay. I think I'm just gonna stay there and let these guys kind of come at me. And
Okay.
Paul's doing
So-
okay, so I don't want to
Yeah,
stand on top of that.
And
Great.
since you guys have stepped into this room as well, we can actually describe this rectangular room that you were in. But the south wall of this chamber actually bears a bas relief of a hideous head. It's a human-like face with squashed features. The face low upon a mushroom-shaped cranium. In the background of the artwork, various humanoids, monsters, and demonic creatures prance and jape. The remains of a sandstone altar lie in fragments before this sculpture. All furnishings are gone, but 6 heaps of old clothing, rags, and whatnot remain, indicating that something yet dwells herein, which obviously you found the second you opened the door. A wooden box is near the north door. That was the box that you just killed the thing off of the top of. So, all right. All right. So it is Sharona's turn. Sharona.
I will run forward. Wait for me.
Didn't you need to refresh Twilight before you ran forward?
No.
It happens at the end? Okay.
It is not specified.
Okay.
And technically I cast it, and this is the thing. It shouldn't go off until the end of their turns.
Gotcha. Okay. I
Yeah,
understand.
so it's kind of
It's
weird,
fine.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it does not specify.
Okay.
And I will toll the dead on ghoul number 6. Toll the dead.
Oh, he saved though. Nice.
Oh, you guys are letting him feel way too comfortable. You're not distracting him enough. And that is it for
I
Sharona.
can.
Get him, Paul.
Oh no! I seem to have dropped it. I've got to tie my shoes.
Well, Sharona, you're definitely feeling like you're going to get to go a lot sooner this time around, though. All right. Ghoul
Well,
15.
Sharona.
That guy. All right, 15 is right there next to Paul. Paul, this guy is mad, just spitting mad at you.
That's wrong. I never said anything to him.
No, that's okay. Spit or no spit, it does not have any effect on you whatsoever.
I like that plan.
All right, Sharona.
I'm gonna do the same. I will refresh Twilight Sanctuary just in case I roll higher. I
Nope,
did
not
not.
this time, but no
And
concerns.
Toll the dead.
Don't.
Ooh, not so good
There
of a
we
save this
go.
time. Boom. Ouch. Ghoul
I'll save
6.
you, Paul.
Ghoul
Thank
6
you.
crumbles to the floor.
Another purple splotch.
Yeah, he's a
Excellent.
pulpy mess. So, all right. What else, Sharona?
That is it. I passed my turn.
Ghoul 18 is still kind of shading his face against Paul. He doesn't want to look at Paul. He's kind of hissing at Setis Ka. That's about all he can do. Ghoul 23. All right. So he is up there. You know what? He'd probably just go ahead and attack Vim. So guess what, Vim?
He could try.
He can try and fail. Ouch. All right. And I think he would slide around to have more choices later. Yeah. Okay. All
He's
right.
prone.
Oh, you know what? He is. Let's see. So instead of 23 doing, well, he uses half of his movement to stand up, but when he moves, which he can do, he's got to make another save. So I need, so Setis Ka, I need you to make Ghoul 23 make another save. And if he makes
Gotcha.
the save, then you got to put him down again.
Oh,
Sorry, I
Oh,
just knocked him over. I didn't make him save.
Oh,
Okay, he
dang.
failed. It's
Oh,
okay.
good.
He failed it.
There we
Just
go.
well, we did it
preemptive.
in the opposite order, but okay, fine.
He did just roll into my range, so opportunity attack.
Oh my gosh, yes, he did.
Oh yeah, take him out. Yeah.
Nope,
Don't
not
suppose
this
that's
time.
advantage.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
He's prone. Wouldn't you have an advantage?
Yeah, but he fell down after he came in range, so
Oh, okay.
All right.
I swung at his face and he fell backwards from it.
So this is the one right to the left of Paul. So he could attack Pojimbo or Paul. Again, evens for Pojimbo, odds for Paul. Hey, Paul. Oh, it was almost a 20. All right.
no, I can't get lucky forever.
Oh, with your armor class, you don't really need to.
All right, Vim. What are you gonna do?
I think the guy that's down, I might as well just kind of take him out. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Darn it. Here comes the second attack. This'll do it. No. Oh, yeah, it does still. Wow. And he's down. And I'll step over top of him, right to there, next to Paul. And that's it. There.
All right, Pojembo.
Ghoul 8's right next to me, so I might as well do something about him. The 20 plus 7. Oh, nat 20.
Not looking good for me.
So Howard,
Hit the okay, yes. So to force it, in the upper right hand corner, you see the plus slash minus. You hover over it, it says modifiers. All the way in the upper right hand corner, the whole application.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Yep, and then you click on critical there.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's useful.
Yep. So even if we got to manually do the whole thing, we can manually do it. Not a problem. So, all right. Oh, definitely doing some serious damage to this ghoul. He's missing massive chunks out of his rib cage at this point.
And the swarm goes in and doesn't.
Oh, and he goes down with the swarm buzzing around him.
And
Pojembo, we can get you a flea collar or something to solve this bug problem of yours.
Pixies. It's an annoying little swarm of pixies that circle around him. I look over my shoulder at Ghoul 18 and say, "Don't worry, I'll get to you." And then I'll
he hisses back at you.
Move forward and schmuck Ghoul 15 with the butt of my.
Or not.
So 13.
Oh no, 13 hits.
13 hits. Awesome sauce.
13 hits.
Case doing. Oops, sorry, forget that.
That's okay.
8 points.
All right. More hissing.
Softening him up for Sharona.
All right. Them. Oh, finally.
Really?
All right.
You think so?
Damn it. All right.
Barely a scratch.
Barely. There's not a scratch. It just got absorbed by your temp. You do feel something kind of rake across the outside of your armor, and it is disturbing, but you don't feel any negativity based on that. All right. All right. All right, wait a minute. All right, I need another perception check by Vim. Vim, you give me that perception check, okay?
Yep.
Yep, you don't perceive anything, Vim. Sorry. All right. Paul.
Okay, am I allowed to move through Pojimbo?
You can move through Pojimbo. He's medium sized, so it will be double your movement to move through him.
Okay.
That's
So-
just to be clear again. That's my homebrew. Like if I have to suck in my stomach so you can get by, right? And I'm just using that as an example. But like I'm going to allow you to do that, and I'm going to try to accommodate you. But you're going to have to slow down a little bit. Okay.
That's all I want to try to do.
Yep. That is just fine.
And that's just so I can get flanking.
Okay. All right. Which you have.
Okay. And swinging the mighty boomstick. Okay.
Oh,
Good.
yep, yep.
I don't know where that 6-sided came from, but okay.
Psionic damage or psychic damage. After
No,
effects of my stuff.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. But I'm not using that, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm going to
Yep.
use 1 charge because I know I'm doubling, and I'm going to
Okay.
drop my other damage dice on there. What should I do that twice?
Ooh, it doesn't matter. He goes down.
That's what I was trying for. There we go. Oh,
Get him, Paul.
Right. So that's
hell yeah.
3 charges used up today. Okay.
I got little check marks on it. I'm
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
And my turn to set a ska.
Okie dokie. I'm pretty sure that 19 is about to be handled by Vim, and I don't believe it will be gentle. So let's start by cooking this guy.
Paul.
Oh, telekinetic. Wrong button.
Yeah.
Well, he succeeded anyway. Eat firebolt.
Paul, do me a
And he-
favor and make a perception check.
Oh yeah. Perception check. Here we go. Okay.
It burns. It burns. Okay. Paul.
I was worried about that possibility.
Yep. Yep. But Paul, you sense that there is something menacing in that room to the north.
Yeah. That's the only downside about choosing that course of action. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
look at that. The speedy lizard man goes again.
Indeed. Well, in that case,
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
All right,
Oh.
speedy lizard man.
eat the entire bag of flaming dog poop.
Oh, ouch. Like
And
you
he
cast it,
did.
and instead of like trying to get out of the way, it's like he jumped at it. Like and ate it. Like he opened his mouth and it went in his mouth and boom. So
This
if you
is
would
Kame
like,
Kame and Ha.
yep, if you would like to consume some rotting flesh, it's all there for you right now, just all over the walls. So
There are some among the scaled lords that swim above the cool gray mud who do pickle their flesh until it is sufficiently putrid. They enjoy it that way. I have tried green meat in the past. It's not bad, actually. An acquired taste, but not unpleasant. This Ghoul 19 here, if I
yes, sir.
haul him towards me, can I invoke an attack from Vim on him?
Hold on a second. All right, if he is coming towards you, can you invoke an attack from Vim who is opposite you? Uh, wait a minute. Which
Push
one?
him away.
Well, there's kind of a wall there. I mean, I could shove
Yeah,
him
he's
through
in the
door.
corner. You could shove him out back through the door to the north is what you could do.
Try punching him through the door.
Okay.
See if he enjoys that.
He does not. He
Nope.
is shoved back through the door.
Cut something of his off that he'll want later, will you, Vim?
All right. So Vim, yeah. Please
Do I get the?
you get
I do
an
right there.
attack of opportunity. Yep.
Nice.
And you hit. All right.
Awesome.
All right,
Reaction
Sharona.
burn.
Yep.
I will start off by refreshing my healing, see if I can do better. And no, I do not. We've still got the
Well, it helped Vim
9,
out just a little bit. Vim got
just a
3
little
more.
bit. I will move in because I could not see any ghouls. But now I see one. So I will toll the dead on him. Thank you guys for warming him up. And
Right.
I'm still not going to pull out my spiritual weapon. I'm going to let it go. I trust you guys. You guys got this.
Right, Oshante, let us dispatch these vile beasts. I shall step back and I shall see if I can finish off number 19 just to get him out of this equation. But I will toll the dead.
Sharona, you should be rolling 2 dice on your damage, eh? On your cantrip. You're level 5 now, yeah?
Oh, excellent. I will adjust
2d8
it.
or 2d12.
Yeah, I will
I'm-
adjust it.
I'm in hold mode. Is that going to be applied now?
What do you mean you're in hold mode?
He's
waiting
not
to
going
see.
to cast his until we fix our Toll the
Oh,
Deads.
Yeah, or no, don't retcon it. Just fix it for next
No,
time.
no,
You got this.
Paul's about to roll a Toll the Dead, so he didn't want to roll until we fixed
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to retcon
Gotcha.
it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
All right.
So how do we fix this, Windrunner?
So you open the spell, and it's 1d8 and 1d12. That's right. All right. So you open the spell, and then you go to when I say you open it, you push the button right beside it, or the spyglass right beside it, and it'll open a detailed damage window. Or I'm sorry, then you got to push the spyglass beside the damage, and you open the detailed damage window, and then you can drop additional dice into there. It actually is additional, and so since you're already at 1d12, just drop another d12 in there or another d8 in there. Paul, I've already fixed you, so you go ahead and do it.
That's all. Thank you. All right.
Mhm.
Let's see if we can hit this guy. Crying out loud.
So you targeted yourself, which is interesting.
How do I
And
do
you
that? Oh,
failed, and you failed, but it's okay. He made it. He made his save. Ghoul 19 made his save.
right. I'm untargeting myself. Okay, and I guess that's all I can do, and pass my turn.
All right. Paul, you moved. Okay, so remember, the ghouls that were turned had to move away from you. There are still 2 ghouls, and you just moved into a position so you could see out that door. To the northwest, and all of a sudden you see the ghouls who start shading their eyes and hissing at you. You know they're gonna keep running again. All right, Pojimbo, go ahead.
All right. Well, I will move up to here and smack at Ghoul 19.
Okay, when you
Be
move there,
careful. There's a different one in the back.
yeah. When you move there, you see that there is actually a ghast behind this ghoul. You would know what a ghast is, so.
Okay, I know what a gas is.
You get gas regularly?
Get 19 to hit the ghoul.
All right, it hits easily.
We try not to talk about that, but it's going to be a problem in Lehman's tiny hut.
And my swarm swoops in. Oops. Roll twice. Does an extra 3 points of damage. Which apparently didn't kill him, so I will nail him with the butt. Probably not with an 11.
Yeah, 11 does not hit.
Okay. And then I'm actually going to step back so that if he comes forward, he'll
But
come in my range.
where you were, you could see that there were 2 ghasts in there behind him. Okay.
I would let
So
the party know that there's some nasty gas coming our way.
Well, no point in using stinking cloud in this situation.
And pass my turn.
wait. Them, you don't
I
have
just
a
noticed
ring of
too.
free action. Yeah,
That's
so
right.
do
So
me
yeah,
a
Vern needs
favor,
to grease me.
Stetiska. Yeah, try to grease Vim. Let's see if he can fall flat on his face, Stetiska.
I'm gonna say go ahead and make this saving throw for me, would you, there, Tim?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Wait, what?
No,
Why-
not so
He's
much.
got armor. Yeah. Oh, that was Pojimbo. Why'd you do Pojimbo?
Oops. Nope.
Yep.
No answer. Why did he give him disadvantage on the roll, though?
We have determined that Pojimbo either is guaranteed advantage or disadvantage on every roll right now. So,
Oh, Jimbo.
all right.
Nice.
Yep. Vim, you are successful, even though you decided to step into the grease. You slip and slide a little bit, but you hold your feet.
Okay.
All right. So Ghoul 19 though is going to come down. He's wise enough that he's gonna make sure that the other ghouls or the ghasts have room to get in there. Vim, you are evens. Sharona, you are odds.
I will get an attack of opportunity on him as he moves
Yes,
past
you
me.
do. Yep. And Vim, he's coming after you. Ooh, he
16.
hits.
Kill it.
Well, 16 to hit. I might finish him
Yeah,
before.
that absolutely hits him. So
Only for 6 points.
yep.
But
So
that
that's gonna kill him, but he still is gonna, swing at Vim as he's going down. So all right. So
Cool takes.
Vim, let's see. I made you make a save, didn't I?
I don't think it did. Oh yeah, con. Yeah, I made it.
Yes, you did. Okay. So you're not gonna be paralyzed, but you are gonna take a little damage. Take that, you vile whatever you are.
Not even a scratch.
Ugh.
I have the best clerics. Literally the best.
All right, so that one's gone. There sure are a lot of purple splotches on the floor. Oh, wait a minute. It skipped the gas. The gas actually should have gone before Pojimbo. And the reason why is I had revealed them on the map, but I hadn't revealed them in the combat tracker. So we'll go back to them right now. They ended up with, let's say, the same initiative that the ghoul did. All right. So, all right. Gast is going to 1, 2, 3. All right. And let's see. So, first of all, we have a stench. This one is any creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of the ghast must save. Okay, so that's not gonna. Yeah. All right. So it definitely will want to get at least 2 of you. So it'll do this. Okay. And so yeah. All right, and then it will try to attack. So let us do the evens and odds again. Sharona, you are odds. And we're coming after Sharona. Okay. I like it. Get the cleric. Get the cleric. Oh, a 2. A freaking 2.
It was leaning towards a 20.
It
so
was. Yep. All right. Next one's going to shamble on in. So, all right. Vim is going to attack you this time. Nice. All right, so Vim, make a save. Oof, you did it again. Wow.
that's
Okay.
my job. Yep.
Yep. All right. taking a little bit more damage this time. Well, maybe not, but yeah,
Oh my god, it scratched me.
it scratched you. It did. It finally got through the mystical barrier that had been surrounding you. So, right. So, passing my turn to Vim. All right, Vim, you have to make 2 saving throws. Okay, so I'll force it on you here. All right.
Okay.
Yep. So, all right, and the smell is awful. Absolutely awful.
I'm a far traveler. I've been to the abyss. I may have smelled this before, and it's okay.
Mm.
No. Dang.
Nope, not that. Well, you may have, but it's rough.
Doesn't provide any help, hey?
Ooh, but you. What? That's horse poop.
Oh, wow.
One more time. You suck. Passing my turn. I mean, it's your turn now. Never mind.
Uh,
Quite the words of inspiration
I'm
from
gonna
our team.
quickly
I think that
use
was the
my
exact
second
opposite
wind.
of words of inspiration. You're going to use your what, Vim?
Second wind on myself to get.
Okay, wait. You start.
Actually
Wait,
go.
there's one more thing. You've started your turn in the grease. So, Setiska,
Yes, right.
please help us out here. Vim has started his turn in the grease.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, next time telekinesis me out. Yeah,
That is an option.
next time.
A saving throw.
Damn it. Oh, no, he did fail. Good. All right, you are prone.
I will stand up. That's
Okay.
half my movement.
That is half your movement. That is
I
correct.
will move to here with
Okay.
the rest of my movement.
Yep.
I rolled a 4 on second wind. I did click it, but I don't know if it came up on the thing. It's weird. I have myself select targeted, so I'm gonna second wind and drop it on the die
Okay.
on myself to
Yeah, do that.
see if it goes through.
It
Did
did.
that come out on your
Yeah.
end? Even it did. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's my
You're
second
totally
wind,
healed.
and
Mhm.
yeah, and gas 31 can take some long short shots.
Whoa.
Whoa. I don't know why.
I want to see what all what all just happened. Let's see. All right. So the first thing is Vim attacked somebody with flanking. So
Oh, I guess it is flanked, yeah, because Sharona's on the other side.
yes. So you attacked him with flanking and rolled a natty 20. And then who did you attack? You attacked him again with flanking. Gas 31 is the first one. And then did you attack?
I didn't. I don't think I hit it twice. I mean, I have 2 attacks.
Yeah, but like
I've been hitting F2 twice. F2. That's what I do. I hit F2 to attack and F3 for my damage.
it looks like it's at you, right? So
Oh, because I have myself targeted. No,
yeah.
I removed it.
All right. So do me a favor, just to make sure it doesn't screw this up. Go to that modifiers in the upper right hand corner, the plus and minus, and click on critical. Click on it, and then click on critical, and then go ahead and roll your damage.
I still have it targeted. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
First attack. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the second attack. The critical modifier is removed.
Make sure
I still
you
have it
don't target yourself again.
targeted.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's just one. I still have advantage, so that makes
Yep.
sense.
You hit. Yep.
And there's damage. And oh, that was enough. I'll amp it with this die.
Oh,
Nice.
just enough takes him out. Good choice. Good choice.
And that's it for me.
All right. This ghoul can see Paul. It is not happy with that. And so it's going to go here and here and here. All right. We go to the next round. Setis Ka, your turn.
Okie dokie. One of the guests is having a bad case of dead, and I approve of that. He is welcome to continue that for as long as he wants. I'm going to start the festivities by seeing if I can punch ghast number 10 telekinetically into the grease spell.
Okay. You cannot.
Rats.
No
Okay.
ghasts.
Fair enough. You're right. He's a ghast, not a rat. I agree with you.
Ooh, but you hit this time.
And now
Oof.
he's ever so gently flambéed.
Oh, yes, he is. Right. Anything else?
No, that's what I got.
All right, passing your turn. All right, Ghoul 4 has already moved out of sight of Paul. Doesn't have to worry about anything. Sharona.
I'm just talking to myself here on mute. I'm going to do what I always do.
Toll of the Dead. Oh, first you're going to refresh. Yep. All
First, I'm
right,
going to
there you
refresh.
go.
And I can't see. Oh, never mind. I do see a
You
ghast
don't
right
see
in
the
front of me.
ghast right next to you? Okay.
I do.
It's
I've got
okay.
so many. I've
If
got
you
so many things.
just pass your turn, it's okay.
I'm going to toll the dead.
Ooh, and he fails.
I'm
Using
going
the
to hit
big
him with
dice.
2d12.
Ouch.
Yes.
It's hurting.
Partially resisted. What did he partially resist?
Necrotic damage.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. Guess I'm just gonna stay here and say, "Get him, guys!" And that's gonna be it for me. Not too exciting.
Passing your turn. All right. He is not happy. Oh, you know what? I forgot to make you save. You started your turn within 5 feet of him. So guess what? But you saved. Okay. You're fine.
I whisper under my breath, "It was that other cleric that hit you with the bell."
Oh, yeah. He's
The
definitely
cleric,
coming at you.
the cleric with better AC hit you with the
Uh huh.
bell.
Uh huh. All right.
You know, Sharona, you need to invent a bus before you can throw somebody under it.
Damn it.
I'll get right on that.
All right. And he's going to try to bite you too. He's not very successful today.
Finish him, Paul.
Okay, it hit me. Let's make sure I only have him targeted. It looks like I do. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see if I can hit this button.
This is
Oh.
like the first fight that probably happened at 8:30 a.m. in the morning after you got back into the temple here. I mean, it's going to be a long day.
Day. Yeah. All right, I'm not taking chances. I'm going to give him 2 charges. That's taking me up to 5. All right. First one. Oh, yuck.
Nice.
Second one, there's 6, and then my bludgeoning damage. Okay, well, hopefully that.
Damn it.
Perfect.
Damn
Perfect.
it.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Right.
Guys just
And,
happen to be luckily making the exact right, decisions here to
I'm
maximize
gonna
your kill power.
scratch my head at the base of my ears. I'm gonna look at Paul and go, I'm gonna be taking over as the sneaky guy. So I think you should start opening doors from now on.
door, bring it on.
I'm
Are we gonna stay? Oh yeah, we're still. Never mind.
The only thing that sort of sucks, I'm happy to run up front. It's just everybody probably usually feels obligated to help save the healing priest too, and I don't want to put
Well,
y'all
with
on.
Sharona, it works out well. So like, just kind of stay hybrid. It's working out well. Stay near me, and I can help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you're
going.
doing great with the hitting. You're
Mhm.
I
great.
know you inspired me last campaign. You said something about maybe I need to be more of a frontline cleric, so I got to give it a try. And cantrips suck for me, so what the heck?
Yeah, and with your AC and that staff of striking, it really works.
Yeah.
Paul can stay in this room just out of sight of those ghouls, and we can go up there and whack them
Yep.
from a distance,
Okay.
one by one. Did you
I'd
want to
like to
roll?
point out. Sorry, Rich. I'd like to point out just for a moment that if this was a well-oiled machine, the end of that fight therefore constitutes percussive maintenance on the part of Paul.
I did not roll well enough for my intelligence to understand that one, but I'll pretend it's a compliment.
All right, Po Jimbo.
Do you want us to roll it, or are we just going to smear these guys one at a time?
Yeah, you're just gonna smear them. So these guys do not make it, unfortunately, despite the fact that I like my monsters. All right.
Go ahead and check these two rooms then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm convinced there's got to be a secret door in this room here. I'll assist Kyle with his investigation.
Okay.
Also,
And
loot the
give them
bodies.
guidance.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what Setiskas said.
Also, loot the bodies.
The bodies.
I realize the
Um,
ghouls are unlikely to have anything of value on them,
Yeah.
but it's not like we can leave them lying there unlooted.
Yep.
Hmm.
So the ghouls do not have anything, but when you check out the box, you find that it contains an old frayed cloak, woot, a bunch of copper pieces, but it also has a finely crafted 6-inch ivory statuette that you think might be worth something. So we will throw all of that into inventory.
We'll check to see if it's magical later.
All right. So Paul, as you come into this room up here, I, even with the gas, dead, they're certainly not buried yet, but the stench of death is just as heavy as it can be. Parts of rotting tapestries still adorn the east and west walls, and a battered table and 2 stools occupy the center of the room. There are mounds of cloth that are along the walls, apparently beds for those ghasts. I mean, those ghouls. This was where the ghouls were. Um,
Here, Daddy, here's the interesting
a water
sauce.
a water barrel is near the south door, and a full sack
I'm
rests
popping out.
near the north door.
A full sack. All right. Well, I go investigate this full sack carefully, knowing that it might contain infestations of parasites.
Yeah, no doubt.
Being
So
sort of my specialty with Shantae,
yeah,
understanding
all that you see is a bunch of clothing.
a bunch of clothing. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I'll dump it out and see if anything looks interesting.
Nope. It all looks like common clothing to you.
Mommy hasn't been. Oops, sorry, I was talking to my husband.
Yep.
Well,
We were talking about dog training. I said, Mommy hasn't taught him that one yet. He's trying to teach him high five.
there's a bunch of common looking clothing in here, but for all I know, some of it, it could be enchanted. If we want to take a rest here, I can use a ritual to determine if anything is magical.
Well, if it doesn't need attunement, we should be able to know with an arcane check really quick, right? But if it needs attunement, we won't know what it is for an hour, and etc. Or an identify spell. So it's Windrunner's call if we can know what it is or bother.
Yeah, there's nothing that you'd be able to identify here.
How
Well,
about searching this lower room for secret doors? Is there a back way into that Locked
There,
door.
there does not seem to be a back way in. There don't seem to be any secret doors that you're aware of.
I'm kind of willing to go back and try and force that door again if someone wants to help me.
Do we want to? These ghouls all came from all these corridors, and it seems like the doors are all open. We could at least clear the corridors and make sure nothing else is lurking there. I guess I'm going in front more these days anyway, so. Oh, son of a biscuit, there's a door here. I was expecting it to wrap around to that other corridor.
All right. As you guys go into this third room, the walls of this chamber were once plastered and painted, but where the covering still remains, some sort of mold or similar growth has covered it sufficiently to make the colors and subject matter indistinguishable. A 10-foot alcove is in the northeast corner of the room. Bones are heaped in a pile in the alcove, and a disgusting odor lingers about the place. Torn cloth and old cushions are piled to form two tangled nests of bedding near the south door. A large iron-bound chest with a heavy padlock rests in the southeast corner.
I think we found the treasure.
Check for traps.
I
Hey, you do not find any traps.
Is it locked?
Yes, there's a padlock on it.
Sleight of hand, yes. Oh, again.
Yeah, so roll it and add 7. Oh yeah.
20.
So you easily you whip out your thieves' tools and you get to work and you very quickly unlock the thing. So
What?
the
Can we take
padlock
a quick
clicks open.
Can we take a quick bio break? I just got to take the puppy out.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, actually, that would be. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Yep.
And I'm gonna reboot my computer, and hopefully it might improve my fantasy grounds.
Okay, yeah. So there's a bunch of silver in the chest. There's also a brooch with a carnelian stone with a cameo of a coat of arms of some sort. There is a silver scroll tube in there as well.
I'm interested in that scroll tube.
Yes, by all means.
All right. So let's go ahead and pause here for a few minutes. Why don't we take enough time to refresh our drinks and get a snack if you need it? Okay. So it is 9:45 Eastern. We'll come back at 10. Okay.
Perfect.
Acknowledged.
All right.
Still getting that armor.
I'm probably going to create another character and, basically just level it up very quickly to 4th level ranger. And then I'm going to add uh, with basic equipment and then see what happens. Because I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what's going on with it. It's weird.
Yeah. Excrement occurs.
But you are still low enough of a level that if we needed to rebuild Pojimbo, we can do that. So
No problem.
Vim, Paul, and Sharona, if y'all are back, check the checkbox.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay. Check the box. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. I think we're just missing Vern.
I'm here.
I'm not seeing a box
Then
anywhere,
it's
but
Sarah
I was.
In chat.
in chat.
Yeah, I checked my box.
Okay. Then I've heard everybody's voices. We're good to go. Okay. All right. So
You want to check this door to the north? Is that, or what were we doing just before we?
I think we were going to check, search the room, and then check the door to the north.
Yeah, let's search this place really good.
you already
There's got to be
searched the
something.
room, right? So
Oh,
that's where you found the
statue.
chest when you found the chest when you searched it, and inside the chest was a brooch and then a scroll tube
It's not
and a
been
bunch of
investigated.
silver.
And an ivory figurine.
That was in the previous room.
Okay.
But the scroll has not been investigated yet.
I'm working on that part.
Do we wait until you find out what it is?
Do you want an Arcana roll or something like that, Garner?
No, I'm gonna walk over here and open this door. Is there anything
And
behind it?
So did you pop open the silver scroll tube?
I did.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. There's. Oh, you were talking about the door. I'm talking
the
about
door.
Vern. Yep. So Vern, did you pop open the silver scroll tube
Yes.
without checking for traps? That's really brave. Nothing happens. You see a scroll inside. All right. So Vim, you've popped the door open. Out in the next area, it looks like a hall. This uh, this area is plastered in some now ruined wood. It was evidently some form of trophy or museum room, as several broken wooden cases are shoved against the walk. A moldy but serviceable shield hangs on the west wall, and two great heaps of old cloth pillows and like materials are uh, formed to serve as beds. All right. So going back to Vern, what you gonna do? Vern,
I'm going to examine the scroll to see if I can determine what the spell on it is.
you look at it and you're like, this doesn't look like any arcane script. You have an intense feeling to hand it to one of the clerics.
Well, Paul, you're physically closest.
Oh, very well. Let me examine this interesting device here.
All right, Paul, you take a look at it and you feel pretty sure that this that the mystical symbols on this are some sort of a protection scroll, but you're not really sure what it's protecting you from yet. maybe if you you know, prayed to Shantae, you could figure out what it was. So
Some time studying it,
yeah,
or
you think so? You think that
okay.
a little bit of devotion and reflection will probably help you.
I wonder if Sharona will be able to spot it, what it is, right off. I'll let her
Mhm.
take a look.
I take a look.
All right. Yeah, Sharona, you're talking it over with Paul, and you think that you could probably figure it out as well, but it's probably going to take the same thing from you to figure it out that it would from Paul. So, you know,
Gotcha. We will study this on our next short rest.
yeah, yep. All right.
What all was in this trophy room? There was a shield and anything else that's trophy worthy.
Well, as
I
soon
think
as you
they said trophy in the description, did they not?
as soon as you step into the room, all of a sudden the two bedded areas erupt, and there are two additional ghasts attacking you from those beds.
Dag nabbit.
I agree. Where are all these blasted undead coming from?
This whole wing seems infested.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping these things were connected and we'd drawn all of them already, but I
Feel
guess
free
not.
to roll for initiative.
Yep.
And
Thank you. Well, thank you very much.
And even your initiative roll. No. That's your halberd. Never mind. That's your halberd. It was an attack roll. All right. Who did not roll? Sharona.
I did. That is so weird. When I even pulled it down to my bar again. From my bar, it is not working. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I think whatever you did, it was effective because you just rolled a natty 20 and you get to go first.
Excellent. I will run forward. What? What's going on? 5. We'll run into Paul. 10, 15, 20. Well, oh my goodness.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
I will step to one side to let other people get by me. And I will.
You know, the small person who everybody else can walk all the way through is trying to be courteous and step to the side so you can't, so she won't block the way.
So I won't block the way. So everybody can see what is going on.
Oh, they could see what's
Um,
going on even if you stand right smack in the middle.
I am gonna go ahead and bane those two ghouls.
Rude.
I have not done this in a while. I will do it. There we go. Bane.
Did I call them ghouls? Because they're not ghouls.
Yes, get the
They're-
ghasts. No,
Yes. I mean, ghasts are just
they are
powerful ghouls, is
both
what they are.
bane.
That was really rude. Goodness.
Don't
Put
let him
the
hit you, guys.
put the effect on them.
I need a nap before you get more temporary hit points.
All right. So why did it skip over the ghast? It should not have. All right. Let's see. I am definitely not liking the fact that Vim is in my face. So we're going to attack Vim. Maybe unsuccessfully.
I'll
Okay.
laugh in its face. Ha ha ha.
All right. It doesn't feel the need to move or anything, so we will pass our turn. Pojimbo, you are nose to nose with the ghast. I've got to make you make a saving throw too. So
I had mute on.
yes, you did.
On save.
I've got it. I mean, it's yep, yeah, and you failed miserably. All right, so and you are not feeling very well. You do, yeah. You're. Let's see. Yep, gonna have a little disadvantage stuff going on because you are poisoned. All right.
So first roll to hit was 16. So 16 to hit.
You hit.
Sorry, got lost for a second. Hybrid. You just don't smell good. Oh, sorry, wrong roll again. Damn it. Oh Lord. Second roll to hit. Oh, no, sorry. That's supposed to be disadvantage. I miss. Pass my turn. That's it for me.
All right. Let's see here. Yep. This guy is going to shamble on in here, knowing that he can do some damage with his stench to Sharona and Setiska. And he's got lots of targets.
Opportunity attack?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you're kind of between squares, but yeah, we'll say that you get the attack of opportunity. All right, you need to
11.
just roll a d20. Yeah.
Disadvantage. 11 probably misses.
Yes, you're correct. 11 misses. All right. So we have Sharona and Setiska. Sharona, your evens. Setiska, your odds. All right, Setiska coming at you. Gosh, I can't hit a freaking wizard in robes.
Pain.
Vim, you need to make a saving throw. So I will make you do that. Oh, but you make it easily. You're like, smell? What smell?
Yeah, once you smell demons. I've got
Do
the right
your
guy
worst.
targeted. You know what? I'm not gonna go for that guy. Noting that this guy's got behind me and is there by my friends, I'll start with him. Second attack.
Not so
Nice,
much.
that hits.
It did? With a 4? A freaking 4?
It said hit.
Yes, because you get the +9.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
For another 7, and just for giggles, I'll amp it once because I can do that. Oh,
All right.
not quite enough.
Nope.
And I'll stay right there. There, lead gas 7's beat up bit.
All right, Paul.
Going at you with my staff.
You hit.
Looks like
How many
give him-
charges?
1 charge and
How many total
Let's go.
charges do you have in the staff of
10.
striking? Okay, so that's 6 used up then, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
can always look at my check marks and see too.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so there's a wow, that was really cool how it hung for a second there.
Yep. Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Okay.
The cocked die.
Yep. All
Oh,
right.
that didn't kill.
Oh no, these are some tough ghasts.
I was going by the fact that it said heavy. I thought he was pretty bad.
Yep.
All right. Well,
All right, Setiska,
Me
you
too-
have
me
to make
too.
a save. Ooh, you failed, Setiska.
Okay, So what does that do exactly?
You're poisoned.
I'm
That's it.
poisoned.
Yep. And it's just for 1 round.
Okay. Am I able to act?
Yeah. When you're poisoned, you're just gonna end up with being frustrated. Other people are gonna have advantage on you. So, but anyway,
Is there such a thing as casting defensively in 5th edition?
no.
So if I'm right beside this guy and I cast a spell, he's going to try and kick my teeth in.
Well, there's melee spell attacks like Shocking Grasp,
Yeah,
for example.
correct.
Right.
Vampiric Touch.
Don't
Mhm.
have those.
Well, I
Inflict
I won't go on.
sticking
wounds.
with the sharp end of a stick. I don't know. I mean, you can also use your action to disengage, so that's allowed.
Bite him.
I'm going to step backwards. Not disengaging.
Okay.
Dodge action? No, you're going to provoke?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I'm a dumbhead.
Oh my gosh! And I rolled a freaking 3.
That's because you said you can't hit the guy in robes earlier. You know.
I mean, like her bane gave me a negative score to begin with. I mean, I have +6 and I got only a 5. Oh my gosh. Whatever. You
I-
step back successfully.
Okay. Step 1 is going to be to firebolt this yo-yo. Because he, quite frankly, those aren't nice touches. Apparently
You're
that
correct. They
didn't
were
work very well.
bad touch, but you didn't even touch. So
Right. Okay. Now I'm going to try and
Hashtag consent.
That's right. Now I'm going to try and telekinetically punch the ghast back through the door so he winds up in between Vim and Pojumbo.
Excellent choice.
all right. If it succeeds, which it did, I'm gonna make Pojimbo move over a little bit because Pojimbo, you can't end up in the same square. All right, there. Hey.
Any attack for me?
Yeah, I'll give you an opportunity attack.
All right.
How often does that happen for the cleric?
I never. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, see,
You know
that's
what?
a good thing because
Yes,
there's a halfling right here.
Yep. There's a
Son of
halfling right next to you. Roll again.
very small one.
I say, look out! I need to duck first.
Oh, that's right. I get a reroll, don't I?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay.
No, that's not so awesome. You hit.
Okay. That's the one that's heavily wounded. I'm gambling here. I'll just no charges. See if this is finally enough. It is. It was a good gamble.
Rat. You
I don't know
vile
if I could use-
adventurers.
I wonder if I could use a charge as a reaction anyway. That would mean I would be using charges in twice in one turn.
Yeah, I don't think so. That doesn't really work.
That
Right.
does seem like a game warping thing.
Vim, I am going to force you to make a save. Ooh, but you succeed, Vim. Vim, you there?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, lead gas 2 is going to take some longsword. Make sure I've got him targeted. That's the first one.
Yeah, it hits.
And that's the second
Oh no,
one.
no. That's not good.
Okay, and here it comes.
Oh, I'll allow it.
Oh, that was a good roll.
That was a
And,
good roll.
just for giggles, I'll amp it because I can. I'll use that. And there's the damage. Come on. Oh, not quite, but it's a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll move into there.
Okay.
Give him an opportunity to get away from me so I can get a reaction.
Oh heck no! He is simply going to position himself so that everybody smells the odoriferous rottingness of him. So all right, he is going to attack. Oh, you vile halfling!
Ah, Paul, you make this look so easy. I don't like it in the front.
All
I don't like it at all.
right, Setiska, your turn.
I'm going to go right ahead and tell you that it's not often that I meet a creature that I can say their odor would honestly be improved by bathing in a swamp. Look, buddy, undead or not, hygiene. Learn the word, yo.
Finish him.
Working on it.
He returns he returns with a hiss at you.
I believe you.
Rat. These things don't have us. All right.
And since that didn't seem to do the job, I'm just guessing here, but I'm going to try using telekinesis to haul lead ghast 2 west 1 square. Can I do that?
You may.
Because I'm guessing that that's going to give Pojimbo a free shot at him.
Yep, except he succeeds, so there's no free shot.
Well, that didn't work at all.
All right, Pojimbo.
Jimbo will move over here, so he is properly flanked.
What?
And
The guest
Oh,
is
this will
looking
do.
back and forth between Pojimbo and Sharona. Back, forth, back, forth. All right, so
13.
13 hits. The whatever the 4 is doesn't. 11, that does not.
Because he was flanked.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see
And,
what you're saying. Yeah, but the 13 does hit. Okay.
wow, 6 points.
Oh, and down he goes. You crush him.
And time to search their bodies and search this room.
All right.
Loot, secret doors.
So, searching the bodies, you find that the larger of the two ghasts is wearing a massive gold chain set with 3 small rubies. And the other ghast
Oh,
has a ruby on a gaunt finger of his.
Oh my gosh.
But
That
it's
part.
so oh, well, I screwed this one up. It says, but it's so encrusted with dirt and filth that it goes unnoticed unless a character makes a successful wisdom check.
This often is why I rewrite my dungeons so the important stuff is written first.
Uh-huh. Yep. All right. So that's some massive treasure here. This is some true uh old school D&D experience is what this is. So
does anybody object over much if I add that necklace to my Mr. T starter kit?
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
I get the next one so I can continue to compete.
well,
Well, I hope you've noted a Mrs. T starter kit on your sheet then.
Yes, I have.
all right, so
Oh.
technically when I give you the loot, it's both the gold chain and the 3 small rubies. Okay?
What's that
Right.
shield look like? Any
Well,
better than what I have?
it looks pretty nice. What do you got?
I mean, I got a +1 shield, but it's etched like it just came out of a what the hell is this? It's not a shambling mound. Shit. The clear thing that I got ingested in.
Oh, you.
Gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous
Yeah, the
cube?
gelatinous cube. Yeah, it's slightly etched by one
Oh,
round in a gelatinous
okay.
cube.
Well, I would call that a patina, and people desire patinas. So yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Um, you feel that this looks like a similar quality shield?
Really? Well, I'll pass it around maybe.
I will be happy to upgrade my shield now that I am standing toe to toe with these vile beasts.
Right. Things are in your inventory. The shield shows up as a fine shield. You can, try to identify that when you take a short or long rest at some point in the future.
Can I just commence to start using it?
Oh yes, you may pull that in and throw it in your, unequip your other shield and then equip this one. So,
Alright, I forget. Where do I find items?
so in the party sheet, go to the inventory tab.
I was almost there.
And you can just drag that over to your own inventory tab. You scroll down to where it says find shield.
Find shield.
hmm
Is this? Oh, it's sorted alphabetically. That's why. Got it. And now I go to my inventory tab,
hmm
and I will drag it over. Find shield. That's not how you do it. That's how you do it. That didn't work. I gotta grab the red
Yep.
thing.
It's just fine. Hey, it's not like scary looking or anything. We wouldn't want Paul to look like one of the bad guys.
Okay.
No, it's just fine.
And
It's
then
probably a trophy that the bad guys took off of somebody else that was in here.
oh. Carried. And my other shield was not even listed as equipped.
Hmm.
So now I have the same armor class.
As far as you know.
Oh, I see.
Let's just identify it and then we'll see what happens here. Skills, inventory. There we go. All right.
Is it cursed?
Where did you put that?
it, it looks like it's alphabetically sorted here.
I don't see the new shield. I see the shield you've unequipped.
Yeah, it's in between clothes. It's about a 2/3 of the way down.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
It just there. I really didn't put it there.
All right.
Oh, really?
But look, you click on the bag that says carried. See
Yeah.
that bag over there? That's how you equip it. You make it into, put a shirt icon on it instead, and then it's now it's equipped.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it has. I'm just saying.
No, I just did it. Like it was not equipped. It was just carried.
Oh, what the heck? Something. Huh. I could swear that I had done it. All right.
And so now if you go to your main, okay, for everybody, if you go to the main tab of your character sheet and you click on the spyglass that's right beside the armor class initiative and speed
Oh, cool.
settings, you can open that up and you can see. And here your shield adds 3 to your armor class. So that means you get the 2 for the shield and the 1 for the +1. Okay.
It is a good day for Paul.
Yep.
All right. I have to have heraldry of Shantae painted upon it soon.
We need to go open more doors.
All right. Let's bring it on. More doors.
Mordor. You open it and there are orcs there. They have this
Pearl.
white hand painted on their face.
You want to check this other door? Are we getting nervous?
Does anybody
Uh,
get that? Did anybody get
I
that?
did.
Yeah, I
I
did.
laughed
Yeah.
out
Oh
Oh my
loud. I was
gosh.
just on mute.
Yes.
Ugh.
that'll take us to the hallway.
This
that
is crazy the way this thing has led us
Oh, I
further
guess
and
it
further
is. Yeah.
away. But yeah, let's open it and see.
Well, it's the hallway, so what? We'll poke our head out. Does it appear to be locked? I guess we just got to try it.
Oh, no, it is not locked. You can open it, but I do get a wandering monster check since you're poking your head out into the hall. And there's nothing out there right now.
Okay. I'd say back the way we came. There's the hallway.
Close the door. Go back in. Yep.
Sorry, Windrunner, which one of these necklaces has the...
Hold on.
Rhoda says, "Slow down. You're getting
Yeah.
too far
Yep.
away from
We'll
me. I
stop.
got
Yep.
two
Sorry.
things."
All
Oh,
right.
there's me. I thought there's a corridor that goes up and around. I thought we were going to connect to it eventually, and,
All right.
and we never did.
So
Yeah.
it says real quickly, Vern, it says gold chain singular in well, I said that. Yeah.
Gold chain singular, so that's the one. Gotcha.
Well, I think it's not showing up right though. Hold on just a second. Let me look at this real quickly. Yeah, that's the correct one, and I didn't update it properly. So give me a minute, and I will. Just go ahead and add that gold chain to your inventory, and then add the 3 rubies. It just says rubies, and there are 3 of them down there. No, that says ruby ring. What was it? Hold on. I'm sorry. It says small ruby. That's it. So there are 3 small rubies. Yep, I see them now. Just add those to your inventory, and I will update them properly. So.
Okay. I have a gold chain with 3 small rubies added to my inventory.
And who picked up the ruby ring? Because it's still sitting in your. The
Ooh,
one that I
nobody else.
accidentally. Yeah.
Sharona will put that on. I will pull
Okay.
it out and put it on.
All right. That is just fine.
Ooh, there's a silver necklace in the inventory too. I'm adding that into my Mrs. T collection.
Silver is appropriate. I mean, you don't like undead, right? So.
No.
Cetus Ka really is starting to look like Mr. T. I'm looking at his Mr. T starter kit.
There's another gold chain in the party sheet too.
Yeah, there is another gold
Oh,
chain out there too.
That's
Yeah.
only 50 gold. Oh, I mean,
He's already
there's a
got one of those
platinum
on, which
chain.
is why he didn't take that one.
There's a 200 gold platinum chain.
So,
I didn't take the 50 gold piece gold chain because I already have 2 of those. And I have 200 gold piece platinum.
Well, somebody else must need a gold chain. Who doesn't have a gold chain?
Back off. Sharona's smacking hands. Right.
so the good news is that all the thieves are going to be targeting Setisca and Sharona and ignore the rest of the space.
Hang on. I think Pojimbo and I, yeah. Oops. How much was that? Actually, I should check the value before I just snarf it.
Oh, you don't.
Oh, it's only 150 gold. We'll remember to drink that next time we're back at the base.
I'm not seeing the ring, although I did take several more necklaces. I'm not seeing the ring.
It says ruby ring. Oh no! Wait. Let me see what it says. It says dirty ring is what it says. Here, let me.
Dirty ring. I did
Since
see the dirty ring.
since
I will take that dirty ring,
yeah,
and I will be casting prestidigitation and cleaning it up. Or
That's
asking
right.
Setis because I don't have that.
That is Ka. I see where you typed gold chain with 3 small rubies in it, but where did the gold chain and the small rubies go to?
That gold chain with 3 small rubies is the gold chain. I just added with 3 small rubies to the end of it.
Okay, so you didn't take the 3 small rubies out of the.
I did not.
Okay, all right. All right, so I'm putting
Because
small
otherwise, it
rubies.
thing
Say that again.
is because if you take the rubies out, they blow up.
Why are they blowing up?
What? Is it one of those necklaces?
Just assuming it's going to blow up somehow. Something is sooner or later.
Okay. Hold on.
Just in case it matters to those of you in the party who like to still have body hair, I do now have the fireball spell.
So if Pojimbo comes screaming back down the corridor towards you, prep it.
Well, what I'm thinking is I'm telling everybody right now that I have that spell and what that spell does. Right?
It burns
So
up.
if we bump into something that would like to be roasted like a bug on a brick, anybody calls for a fireball, that will tell everybody else to stay the hell out of the area so they don't get toasted.
Something really weird just happened to our
I know.
inventory.
I did it.
Okay, that was you? Okay, because I was
Yep.
like, uh-oh, I think I did something horrible.
Nope. I did it. I did it.
Okay, as long as it wasn't me.
Yep. Y'all are good. So part of what I did was I cleaned up the inventory because you guys are just carrying around a bunch of stuff, and so you said to me before we started this session that you were gonna do that, and I just made sure that it was taken care of right now. So
Gotcha. Yeah, and we mentioned that when we went back. We said we'd clean out the inventory. We just didn't actually detailed do it.
yep,
We just haven't really been to a big town to cash out all the jewelry and gold.
We dumped it in our hideaway.
you did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. But
So
I basically just cashed it out and then I divided it amongst you guys, so nobody's gonna be complaining I don't have any cash.
Okay.
So. Mm-hmm.
Can
I'm
we still
glad
complain about not having enough cash?
Yes, you can complain about not having enough cash. You greedy bastards. Come on, this is one of those old D&D dungeons with tons of loot. At 5th level, you have tens of thousands of gold. Anyway. All right.
Yeah, I think one of my necklaces is worth 2,500 gold or something ridiculous like that.
Well, the one that Cetis Ka just got is worth. Hold on. Let me look at it. Just so that everybody knows.
Is he got chieftain status now or something?
Oh, he definitely has chieftain status. The
Uh,
gold is so big that the gold is worth 7,000, and then the 3 rubies are worth 1,000 each, and so that's a $10,000 necklace or 10,000 gold necklace.
oh, that beats my fire opal necklace.
And you're gonna need a owlbear feather hat of some kind here right away too.
I think my fire
Well,
opal necklace was worth
just
2,500
put
or something.
so I made because I put the rubies in your like they're two different things, but they obviously go together. But I made the necklace worth 700, and then the rubies themselves, small rubies. Where are the small rubies? Anyway, uh, I'm gonna set it the way that you did it. I'm gonna. Oh, they're right below the gold chain is where they are.
Yep.
So, hmm
I've also got a gold chain with diamond chips. But I think the fire opal necklace was my first and my big and first attempt at Mrs. T.
hmm
I've got 2 shields. That doesn't seem right.
Is one better than the other?
Nope.
Oh,
I
dang.
put one back in group inventory.
Oh, is that what we do with them? That's a great idea. I'll do that.
Okay. Enough inventory management. Let's get on with the adventuring.
Roger. Should we head to the north around this corner? Whatever it is, another corner.
Oh, Jimbo's ahead of you. So
Sharona says, "Hey, my feet don't go that fast."
peeking around the corner, big room.
Yeah. This huge place is over 100
Uh-oh.
feet long and 30 feet wide in the main area. So the litter of tables, trestles, benches, chairs, and stools scattered and heaped about the place show that great revelries were once held here. Bits of tapestries and drapes still hang here and there from the walls. Bones and white skeletons can be seen on the floor and under the heaped, broken furniture. A skirmish in the greater battle for the temple was surely fought in this place.
Really? That means there could be weapons and other useful items. We should scour the place. Is there any creatures, or can we see anything in the rubble or anything? Nothing alive? Nothing
Nothing
crawling around?
seems to be alive, but feel free to give me an investigation check.
I will give you an investigation check. Before I do that, I'm going to use my class ability to crack off a spell as a ritual with its normal casting time.
Okay.
So it does not take 10 minutes. I'm going to crack off a detect magic spell, and
Okay.
then I will give you the investigation roll.
Okay. So nothing seems to light up when you cast your detect magic spell in here. But with your investigation check, you find a battle axe and a shield that are serviceable. Again, no magic. You want me to drop that in inventory?
Suppose we could take the opportunity to ensure that anything we're carrying that we missed might be magical or not.
Yeah, I'll look at that stuff too.
All right.
Yes, you might as well drop it in inventory, Garner, because
Okay.
we're going to have retainers that we need to outfit at some point. So
Okay.
might as well take it back to them.
Yep. We'll drop that in there. All right. So in your inventory, the thing that seems to light up is a raven figurine.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
It's a
Get it.
raven figurine.
Oh yeah, we had like a figurine of wondrous power, a raven, last time we played.
Yeah, that's it.
I-
But it's not identified, so I had assumed that it wasn't identified. But all right, since we've discussed that already, or you ID'd it, I just unclicked it. So
You could give it to the scout, and he could use it as a messenger if needed.
Don't get that far away from us. It would make me too nervous.
uh,
Not
Uh,
that you can't have the raven, but you know.
But, I do not have any interest in it. Ravens are a pestilence to the crops.
I'm just dying to know what's in that behind that block door down the other end.
I agree. I thought it's funny how these places just keep going and going. You think you're gonna like go to a cul-de-sac or something here, and turns into a never-ending trail.
Well, there's a couple doors still unexplored behind us too that we could go back and restart.
Let's get them done.
So we'll go back to the rooms where we encountered the ghouls.
Sounds good. Okay, better start moving here.
If there's more than one of something in the party sheet, is there a way to take more than one item at a time?
We're leaving
I
behind.
think you hold down shift when you drag it. I think.
He's
Did
too
it,
busy counting his gold.
Yeah, Sitting Sky, you're all by yourself. Come on.
Just trying to move some owlbear feathers.
Going the wrong way. You're all over the place. Oh my God, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
He's lost. He's totally lost.
You're getting warmer. You're heading in our direction.
Keep going.
There we
Poor-
Whew. Feel better. Everybody's in the aura. I feel better.
All right,
All right.
Jimbo, you're trying to kick down the door?
Yeah. Someone want to help me do it with advantage? Make a check with advantage.
Sure.
Can I use telekinesis to help batter the door in?
You can.
Oh.
I will add guidance.
Okay.
+7 plus D4.
All right. So the way to actually do that is to put 7 in the well, actually to roll the d4 and then put 7 plus whatever that is in the modifier field and then roll your die and it would automatically do it. But that you definitely are able to bust it down this time. Okay. Inside
What do
this room, like it's dark and filthy. So as you look into the room though, you hear some noises. And I'm really talking to you, Pojimbo. But you hear some noises that sound like maybe some chains and some voices, very low, very concerned voices.
Can you open the door?
The door is basically broken open. You can, I'm telling you, you can open it. Oh, can I open the door like that? There you go. Now you can click on it. Okay. All right. So as you walk into the room, now that it's actually open, you see a number of different captives that are chained here.
Just hanging around.
Here we come to
So-
save the day.
Pojimbo, there are what appear to be 2 female commoners. There are 2 male commoners. There are 2 more male commoners and 1 female. There is also a guy who seems to be dressed like a sailor. And there are 4 people that seem to be dressed as guards. But it's really just a guard tunic that each of them have on that kind of distinguishes them because they don't have any armor or any weapons. So
Whoa.
Paul.
How can I assist? Are there creatures in here? Oh, wait.
Your god gives you power over the undead, does it not?
Yeah, it did.
Use your deity's power to turn these people and see if any of them are in disguise.
Sort of a limited use thing.
We need a nap first.
Yeah.
There's gods respect the prayers and sleep.
Gods appreciate a good night's sleep.
Mm-hmm. Or a quick nap. Just an hour will do me.
Let's question these Pete folks. Find out. I'm suspicious that the door was barred from the inside. These any of them seem like false flag people hiding as.
go ahead and give me an insight check.
+5.
Oh my gosh.
Nope, none of them seem to be throwing off any weird vibes.
Let's question them. Where they come from? How'd they get here? What's been going on?
So the first 2 female commoners Um, actually, let me. All right. The two
Mr.
male
Fur-
commoners, claim to be merchants. One is a supplier of brewers' supplies, and the other is a gardener and potter. The two female commoners are the wife and servant, claim to be the wife and servant of the brewer, male servant. I mean, male merchant. Um, the other two male and female people seem to be just servants, although one seems uh, educated. Um, the the sailor um, tells you that he was brought here by a guy named Dick Wrench, Rentzsch, Dick Wrench, and his men as punishment for making a pass at a woman named Dala, the merchant's wife. So anyway, he's just telling you about somebody else outside that you know you may have encountered, which you haven't, but you know what I mean. Um, yeah. Um,
Hmm.
Well, I mean, Paladin's not here, so what should we do with him?
Whoa. Curtis leaves for a few minutes and all of a sudden things go to pot. Your other clerics. Yeah, you better talk to your other clerics. Just
I
saying.
wonder what he meant was about the detection ability that the paladin has.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
That's what I meant.
That's what he
That's what I
meant.
I'm going to believe that he has a good soul.
uh-huh.
So
So
out of
do these guys
curiosity,
need an escort back to town or something?
well, first let's find out why was the door so difficult to open?
Well, you don't
I mean,
see anything specifically on the inside, but when you look at the top, you see what appears to be another locking mechanism that dropped, down into the top of the door itself. Must have been something that you didn't detect from the outside previously.
so they did not lock themselves in.
What you guys did was you busted open the door and broke the jam at the top of the door that had the additional locking mechanism.
Oh yeah, I feel better about this now.
But this is clearly a place where prisoners are being kept, so there was extra precaution other than just a padlock on the outside of the door. So
This is a brewer and his family, yes?
yes, that is correct.
Can we recruit him to work in our stronghold?
Well, how many people do you have in your stronghold that he could sell his wares to?
Well, I mean, we could maybe have a microbrewery and sell his wares to the whole countryside and Nulp and Homlet.
So you want to start a microbrewery and sell to the greater Furindy
Yeah, we'll dig
wilderness.
one of these. What is it in the party bone? There was some opals or something recently. We'll just give him an opal or two, and that's more money than he's seen his whole life, right?
I would tell you that
I mean, we're trying to be generous. We don't have
he is
Uriel here, so it's like
he
a
is
first time thing,
he is interested in the opportunity to potentially go into business with you guys.
Because we are obviously a wealthy party with these people wandering around with 10,000 gold piece necklaces.
Oh goodness, this is like I
The,
I don't
the
remember as a kid when I was going through this. I don't remember feeling that it was this gaudy or this, just outlandishly. I mean, Mr. T was that was a thing, and we knew it, but like we didn't compare it to Mr. T back then.
Hey,
So
I'm thinking out. I'm looking out for the future. We've only got that one 5-gallon cask of ale. We're going to need more alcohol soon. I mean,
Well, listen, this brewer and his family are interested, but when you start proffering things like that to him, all of a sudden the sailor and the guards are asking, "Do you have jobs for them?"
of course we do.
Well, we definitely need guards. You got a freaking cave full of treasure back at the.
Hey, easy there with the divulgence of critical information.
Oh,
Hey,
treasure, treasure! Oh yeah,
does the sailor know how to do like rafting? Could he raft us across that river?
oh, absolutely.
Oh, there
He
we
could
go.
build you a regular
We need a ferry, but
ferry that could
yeah,
take you back and forth,
yeah.
make it
And
easy
we're
on you.
Cut days of travel off, right?
I'm
12
not sure that
hours.
it's days, but it's definitely hours. That's right. hmm All right.
Well, do we want to try and lock these guys back in while we just check a couple more rooms and then we'll escort them out the end of the night?
Good luck. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can either, well, give them the choice. You can try and make your way out of here. Oops. God, somehow I ended up back at.
Don't want you to leave. If you leave, they're gonna follow with you.
Guys, want to follow in front?
No, thank you.
Follow in front.
Man,
Just a creative.
Uriel really does leave for just a few minutes, and all of a sudden.
Mark, I'm telling you, I'm straight up going to steal that. Follow in front. I'm burgling it, dude. It's already done.
All right. Well,
It's all yours, Dan.
let's let's escort the squishies out of here then.
Goodness. It is 11 o'clock, so I think that it's also a good time to potentially call it for the evening as well. Although I gotta try one more time. Drat! You don't run into anything going to the
The stairs.
stairs this time, right?
So we could get out, drop them off, and just come back next time. 8 fresh in the morning again, right?
Sounds like
that
a
was
plan.
like this was just a morning's jaunt, is all this was. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are all these people willing to pitch in and help with the construction of?
Oh, very much so.
I mean, if we're going to have a microbrewery for this brewer to sell his wares, we're going to need his expertise in getting it built.
That sounds
Yep.
like a solid plan to me. I am more than happy to put some gold towards that.
Okay. Well, if we're going to call it an evening.
Yep, sounds good.
Thank you, everybody. Good game.
Chatted and bragged to Curtis that I got a +1 shield, so I'm all happy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
and,
yep. Hey, did Curtis have practice tonight? What was up with Curtis?
He said that he was working tonight.
Okay.
But yeah.
I must have missed that comment because I know I was asking him.
No, he yeah. You know what? I'll try to make more of an effort to remind.
Okay.
so,
All right. So this is our last one this month, and so I think actually it keeps on going. So it's going to be 2 weeks from tonight that we go again.
Well,
hmm
I do know
Okay.
my schedule at GenCon, Garner.
Okay,
I
yeah.
guess
Send that over to
you-
me, and I'll talk to Luke about what our what our combined schedules are, and then I'll tell you when we can when we can set up and do something. Okay.
Cool. Do I just send it in this chat here?
Just send it as a direct send it
yeah,
as
I
a
can do
direct
that.
message to me. Yeah. Is anybody else going to Gen Con?
no, sadly.
All right.
Not
Actually,
in a position to make a trip of that magnitude at this time, G.
remind me, when is it?
It's the first weekend in August. So
No. No,
Yep.
I can't make it. I was thinking it was in September,
Nope.
and I'm gonna be up
So,
in Wisconsin in September, so I was
yeah.
like, "I
Well,
might do that."
so Gen Con is actually in Indianapolis, but Wisconsin in, I think it's actually October is Game Hole Con, not.
Yes, I'm gonna make
Yeah.
Game Hole Con.
Oh, you are? All right. I'll be there
Yeah.
too, probably.
Excellent,
Planning on it,
yay!
so we'll see. Game
Well,
Hole is going to have, I think, a number of different people that are going to be there from GaryCon. So all of us from GaryCon get to go to Game Hole for free. So
yay!
yep.
My client is theoretically going live right around that time, so I'm gonna be up
Ah,
there
very
in Wisconsin.
nice. That's awesome.
Perfect.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Be good to see each other in person. So
That'll be
yep.
fun.
So I have seen Mark. I have seen Dan. I have seen Vern and I tried to get together, but Vern decided to get sick. So,
Yeah, I had COVID. I really didn't want to share that.
yep, I agree. Anyway, but we'll all see each other at some point. So,
Just as an open invitation, folks, if any of you find yourself in Alberta, anywhere from Calgary to Edmonton, let me know that that's happening because I would like to meet up and buy you lunch.
I am, Vern, thinking to go to, what is it called, CanCon? But I think that's closer to Quebec, or what's
yeah,
next to Quebec?
his in Calgary is called something like something Expo, Calgary Expo, right?
Something like that, yep.
And that's after GaryCon, but pretty close after GaryCon. Like it's 2 or 3 weeks after GaryCon is when it is. So,
Mm.
So just to be clear, Mark, um, if you're in like Quebec for one of these cons, you're about the same distance away from me that New York City is from Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a distance.
Yeah, it's still quite a ways. I mean, I don't have the conversion off the top, but Toronto, where Tim is about 3,200 kilometers, and Quebec is farther away than that.
yeah.
Well, if anybody gets down to the Arizona area, specifically Tucson, but I could even in Phoenix, I would love to see people
Oh,
too.
I see where Alberta is now. Okay.
Likewise,
Not,
San Jose. If anyone wants a tour guide for the Bay
heck yeah,
Area,
yeah.
Where's that at?
It's just south of San Francisco.
No, where did you say you were at? What city?
San
San,
Jose.
San Jose. Oh yeah, yeah. I love San Jose. I love the Winchester mansion. That's a beauty.
There's a lot of fun stuff to do in reasonable driving up